Hello Internet, my name is Mac Hunter, and I'm here on behalf of Print14 to show you how to design custom print products using our new on-site design tools. Naturally, our first step is to go to Print14's website, printfourteen.ca, and log in. So let's click log in here on the menu bar and we can do that. I'll be logging in as support, my middle name, but you use whatever login details Print14 has given you. If you haven't registered yet, go to the Click Here to Register button and follow the instructions to make an account for yourself. Once you've done that, you'll arrive at a page that looks very similar to the page you've just left, but if you look along the menu, you'll see something's changed. Login has changed to My Account. Go ahead and click on that. Here we are on the My Account dashboard. I'll quickly point out the 6 main areas of the account dashboard here. If you hover your mouse over them, a little overlay will explain each one's purpose. I encourage you to check these out on your own time, or as the need comes up. Today, though, we're going to stay focused on something a little more fun and create our own two-sided business card. Let's click that link. Now, the first thing to note is the price calculator on the right. This is where you can change physical attributes of your products, such as size, quantity, and coating, and see the impacts changing them has on price. Note that as soon as you change a feature, the total is updated. You can make your cards as humble or fancy as you like, and the calculator will keep up. You can also go down here and enter in some basic shipping details, and you can receive an estimate of the shipping cost. You'll get more fine detail and control over shipping details later on. Now let's get started actually making something. At the bottom of the page is the question, what would you like to do? A good question, and here's your choices. First, if you already created a design for your card before coming here, you can upload it with this button. If it's a two-sided design with both sides in the same file, as in a PDF for example, Print14 should automatically recognize them and handle them accordingly. All orders are reviewed by staff before shipping, so you'll receive an email confirmation if everything looks good, or if there are any problems. So if there's an issue with the sides, you'll hear about it before it's printed. You can also look through our template designs if you're looking for inspiration. You might even find a template that really strikes a chord with you, in which case, lucky you. But of course the most adventurous option is to make a custom design, so we'll go with that today. The app will start loading so you can get your thoughts together while it does. And soon enough, there it is. Now, the first things I'd like to draw your attention to here are the red and green lines, the cut margin and safe margin. If there is any important text or imagery in your design that needs to be visible in full to the folks you give your cards to, please make sure it fits within the safe margin, because there's a chance it may be distorted or even physically cut off if it strays outside. Up here we have the front and back tabs. You'll get a better view of what they do soon, but as you might expect, they are for switching between the front and back views of your card. Across the top here we have the usual tools of cut, copy, paste, delete, undo and redo, zoom, layers, and in case you get stuck on something, there's the help tool. If you click on it, you'll see this summary, where you can hover your mouse over the objects on screen to see a description of what each of them does. For now, I'm going to close at the top right and go back to the main window. Along the left we have our main tools, which all do just as they're labeled, and I'll be demonstrating a few of them soon. Of particular note is the Image Gallery button down here, which you'll probably be using the most. And here's one of the most significant parts of the designer, the Properties window. Right now it calls itself Background Tools, but as you can see, if you click on any tool to the left, the Properties window will take on the controls of that tool. So for instance, for text you can change the font family, font size, and click the More button for more options. This includes shapes. Once you've drawn your shape, its properties will turn up. Now I'm going to undo these so we can start with a clean slate. Now let's get some images in here. So click on that Image Gallery button we talked about earlier, and you'll be given some options for image sources. You can use photos from Facebook if you have an account there. Generally, we don't recommend this as Facebook often reduces the quality of its photos, and they may not translate well to actual print. You can also look through stock image sources. Generally these have very good quality, but be aware that you may need to pay a fee on the source provider's end to make use of them. You can use images from Picasa if you have an account with them, and of course you can upload and use your own images, which are as high or low quality as you provide. You can use JPEG, GIF, PNG, PDF, or SVG files. So let's upload some images. Click on Browse, and you can choose from the image files on your computer. I've got a couple of logos in SVG vector format ready to go here, and you can upload as many files at once as you think you'll need. Being very small, it takes very little time to get them online, and here they are in the image gallery. If you're using SVG vector graphics like I am, you'll notice that they're automatically converted to PNG rasters after uploading. No need to worry about losing the ability to scale them nicely, because as you'll see, the designer rasterizes them with lots of resolution to spare. Now that we have our images loaded, we can close the upload box and pick one to use first. There, now as you can see, we've got lots of extra pixels to work with here. You can resize images either in the Properties window or by clicking and dragging their handles. Anytime you resize an image in the designer, it will automatically preserve the proportions to avoid stretching or distorting it. We can move the image to anywhere we like on the card, use Shift and click to lock it to one axis of movement, and use the Properties window again for lots of options for precise placement and positioning, and some basic layering, transparency, and other properties. I'm going to keep it in the center, and it looks a little lonely on there, so I'm going to give it a nice black background to sit on with the Shape tool. We'll lose sight of the logo as I draw the shape over it, but we'll bring it back soon. I'll change the rectangle's fill to black with the fill square up here. There we go. And we'll head down a few buttons to send it to the back layer of the design. There's our logo. I'm also going to put some text in below this. By default, our font is black, so let's make that more legible. This color box here will allow you to change the text to any color you like. We can also try changing the font. Let's say Liberation. It may take a moment to load. There we go. And we can switch to center alignment to keep it in line with our logo. There, now let's try typing in something businessy. Order online or call 905-877-9828 for a custom quote. There, businessy enough for me. And we'll make sure that's centered and center align. Over there, perfect. Now we can switch to our back view and put our other logo on. So click on Add Image, and we'll be back on our image gallery. No need to upload new files as we just looked after that. And here's our back logo. Once again, we can size it down. Print faux sounds a bit confusing. And we can align it to the center to keep it nice and neat, in keeping with our front logo. With our alignment buttons. There we are. And let's just check that off against the front design again. Looking smart. Alright. Once you're happy with your design, you can head up to the Continue button in the top right. This will lead you to the card summary page, and it's also important to note that this is how you save your card designs. If you were to close this window or log out before pressing Continue, your changes would be lost. So do be careful about that. Let's continue now. You'll be asked for a name to give the design so that you can find it again for ordering or changing later. Let's give it something appropriate. I think that fits the bill. And after a few moments, you'll find yourself at the design summary page. Here, just like in the price calculator, you can review your card's physical attributes just to make sure everything is in order, in case some of your choices changed while you were making up your design. You can enter in any shipping details on the next page, and we'll get to that in a moment. You can also get a PDF preview of the design, in case you'd like it for reference, or to print a preview of the card at home. You can also save the design and continue if you'd like to make some changes. Once you've clicked the checkbox to agree to the terms of use, you can go ahead to the order details, where you can look after your shipping and billing details, and you can change your payment methods. And because you stuck with me to the end of the video, I've got a little treat for you. If you enter in video14 as a coupon code and redeem it, right up here. If your fingers are a little smarter than mine are, you'll find you receive a 14% discount on your order. Enjoy that. On behalf of Print14, this is Mac Hunter saying thanks for watching.